All right, welcome back. So let's actually build more of a real game here in Agent Sheets. So I'm going to start with building a new project, and we'll call that first real game. That might be a bit of a stretch, but we'll run with it. Again, we'll just choose the defaults as far as the agent size. So that's good, and here's our gallery. Now what we need are some agents. So let's start with an agent, and I'll call this again just avatar. This is the first agent, if you will. This is his look. I want to edit the depiction because I actually want to build everything from scratch. So let's get rid of that. That's not our guy anymore. Now, I want to warn you that I'm not the world's greatest artist, so this is probably not going to work very well, but we'll give it a shot anyway. So our agent needs to have some kind of a face. That looks like a nice start to a face, okay? We need eyes, of course. So let's build us some eyes. Yeah, that's good. We need another eye. Awesome. And this is a very, very, very happy agent. So let's just give him a nice big smile. Here is just a little something for a nose. There we go. I like him. So let's see. That's our agent, okay? If you can do better, and quite frankly, if you can't, I'm worried about you. But if you can do better, by all means do better and send me your images, okay? I can use them for future classes. And by the way, just to show you that, let's build another agent, okay? I have an agenda here. This is our frog. We will build Frogger after all. Again, this is a totally inappropriate depiction because it doesn't look at all like a frog. Now I can clear this and I can go ahead and draw a frog here. But you just saw me draw a smiley face, so you're probably thinking to yourselves, that's not going to work. And you'd be right. So instead, we'll hit File and we'll import an image. Okay, that's something that's extremely useful to do. So let's go. I downloaded a whole bunch of images earlier, so I can get it. And I have a frog right here. Oh yeah, that looks much better, doesn't it? Okay, that's another way that we can get, you know, avatars. Okay, so we need another agent. We don't have a background yet. We definitely need some kind of a background. I'll make this, I'll call it the river. Okay, and again, I'm going with this theme that what I'm doing is building Frogger. So let's edit the depiction, clear this. We need perhaps, let's, might be too deep, but I'll take it. Here's a nice blue, that's our river, okay? And we're going to let the frog swim in there. I realize that in Frogger, the frog can't swim, but I think I'm biologically correct in saying that that will work. So we'll run with that. Okay, we have a river, we have a frog, we have actually have a smiley face. It's not really going to be part of our game. I just wanted you to see how to do that. There's a couple of things that might be useful. One of those is a danger. Most games have some sort of a danger, something that will get you in trouble. I could actually go with that character because perhaps I could claim he's the agent from the Matrix, right? You know, sunglasses and all. But let's actually go with a different depiction. I'm going to import an image, and this time what I want is fire, okay? So let's get that in here. Yeah, that looks like fire, doesn't it? I actually did that earlier. Well, what can I say? So that's our fire, okay? And we don't just want the danger, we also want something good. A target is what it's called. So let's get our target. And the target in this case, again, will change the image or the depiction. And I'm going to make it some gold, okay? Hey, there we go. Okay, so now we have all of the elements necessary to make a game. Okay, so as before, we need to build a worksheet. Here's our worksheet, and let's pick the river, and let's actually set up some places where we might have a river. So the river runs along like this, perhaps goes like that. It meanders this way, that way. And let's say continues up, automate that, just like that. And it'll go on this way, perhaps it goes on that way. And this is one of those rivers that eventually loops back on itself and continues. Okay, so there's a river. There's a place where a frog can live. Great. Now let's place our frog there. Okay, so our frog can actually be right here at the start of the river. Okay, and something I want to show you here is that at this point, what we have is actually a pretty nice worksheet. The frog is in the starting place. It can do something. I want to be able to get back to this position. So it's very important that I actually save my worksheet. So let's save it, okay? And we'll do that, and it'll ask us for a name for it, and I'll just call it river scene, okay? There can be any number of worksheets in a game. So this game starts with river scene. One nice thing about this is that if for some reason we change the world, for example that, I can always go back to the beginning after, say, playing the game by hitting reset. Okay, so this is just the starting position of the game. It is now saved. Okay, perfect. So let's make it more of a game. To do that, we'll need to add some behavior. So let's go to the frog and edit the frog's behavior. Again, let me just rearrange the windows a little bit so we can see what's happening. Now here's what I want to do for the frog. I want the user to control it. So that means that perhaps we're going to be listening to a key. Here's the command for saying a particular key was pressed. We'll drag it over here. And now let's change this because that's not the key that we want. The key that I want is, I'm going to start with a right arrow key. So I just pressed it and it says, oh, if the key right was hit, then let's move right. Okay, that's a simple thing to do. This is the default. I could have moved in any one of these directions, but right is what goes with that. So let's apply it. I'm going to get rid of these windows for now. Okay, we can always bring them back later. Right now, what I want to do is play the game, and I want to play it a little slowly. Okay, so let's go. It's game time. I'm going to hit the right key. Oh, look at that. It actually worked, okay? And it's moving, and it's, uh-oh. You see what's going wrong here? I'm hitting the right key, and it keeps moving to the right, but it's no longer in the river. I actually intended for the frog to stay in the river, so that's not what we want. Let me stop the game. I will reset it. Notice it goes back to the beginning, just like we want it. Let's edit the frog's behavior one more time. Okay. So it's not enough that you hit the key that goes in the right direction. We actually want to make sure that there's actually a river there. So that's what the see command is for. So we see to the right, not a frog, but a river. Okay. If you see a river, then we want to move right whenever you press the right key. Let's apply this. Okay. Again, we'll get rid of these windows. We don't need them. Let's go back to playing our game. That was a little slow last time. I actually didn't realize he was playing, so let me speed it up a bit. Okay, we'll hit go. I hit the right, oops, wrong key. Right arrow key, there it's moving. Right arrow key, it's moving. Right arrow key is doing great. Right arrow key, nothing, absolutely nothing. And that's as it should be, because we've run to the edge of the river. Now I'm gonna hit the up arrow key, and nothing happens. Of course, right? Because we haven't set it to do anything when the up arrow key is hit. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and edit the behavior again and add another rule right here. New rule. It's going to be very, very similar to that one, of course. What we're going to say is if the key was pressed, okay, and this time we're going to press the up arrow key. There we go. And you can see, okay, let's see, we are seeing above us some water, okay? In that case, we really do want to move, and we want to move up. Again, we'll apply this. We can get rid of these windows, and now let's see how our game goes. Split again. We move right, we move right, we move right. We move right, but nothing happens because you can't go there. So let's move up. Oh, good. We move up again. Doesn't work, of course, because you're not supposed to move up. There's no water there. So let's stay in the water. We'll move right. We move right. We move up. Right, right, right. Up, right, right. And I'm trapped. Okay. Um, I'll let you guys go ahead and add the commands for the other arrow keys, right? We should be able to move down, we move left. It shouldn't be that hard. Okay, we're back here. Now let's add a target. This is our target, and let's say that we're going to place the target. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so there's the target. All right, and what we want is we want the frog to get to the target, and when the frog gets there, something good should happen. Okay, so let's edit the frog's behavior, and let's see if we can get it to do something interesting when it runs into the gold. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We will add a rule. Okay, so the rule will say if we are currently on top of the gold, then let's do something very exciting, like stop the game and play a sound. Okay, so let's see. Stacked is the thing that I'm looking for, but actually I'm sorry, I need to add a new rule first. There's my rule. Stacked. There's all sorts of things that we can select. We can say immediately above, somewhere above, below, somewhere below, and so on. In this case, we really do mean immediately above. That means that the frog is directly on top of the gold. Well, in that case, we want something absolutely fantastic to happen. Okay, so I think we need some sound. Actually, maybe even some, oh, sorry about that. Let's get some text here. Okay, so what do we want to say? We want to say, we win. Yay. Okay, so that's one thing we're going to do. Something else that we'd like to do is perhaps play a fanfare. So let's see, which one do we want? There are so many choices. You know what? This will actually work really well for a frog. I'll take it, a splash. Okay, and the other thing that we kind of want to do is we want to stop the system. Okay, and that's right here because the game's over. Okay, so we stop the simulation. Simulation, game, whatever, right? Okay, so as soon as we find, oh, wait a minute, we should not be stacked on top of a frog. We need to be stacked on top of the gold, shouldn't we? Yeah. Okay, let's apply that. Okay. Reset our, oh, I didn't mean that. Let me get rid of him. Okay, let's reset our game, and we'll play him again. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I know you know what I forgot to do. I forgot my gold. So let's put the gold right here again. Okay, and in order not to forget again, clearly what I should be doing is I should be saving this worksheet. Okay, there it is. So now when I reset, the gold is there. Okay, let's hit play. And again, here comes my frog. Ta-da-ta-da-ta-da. Yay, good, happy frog. We're getting close to the gold. Very excited frog. Well, that's disappointing. The frog isn't getting to the gold. Why isn't it getting to the gold? I'm thinking you probably have already guessed, but this is actually a very common thing. Like I told you in the very beginning, programs rarely do what you want them to do. They tend to do what you told them to do. And let's see the behavior so we can see what we told it to do. I'll make this a little bigger. We said that when you press the right arrow key, which is what I'm trying to do to get to the gold, and you see water, then you're allowed to move to the right. It doesn't say anything about if you see gold. So let's fix that. Okay, what we'll do is we'll select this rule and we'll duplicate it. Okay, and now we'll edit the copy and we'll say if you see gold, then you'll also move right. Okay, let's apply this, save it. I'll get rid of this, thanks, one more time. We'll reset the game and we'll play. All right, let's try again. There we go. We're getting close to the gold. Oh, that was happy. It said that it won. It played a little fanfare, and the simulation has stopped. How do I know? Actually, I can't quite tell, but it's not responding to me. I say I can't quite tell simply because I'm in a corner. I could neither go up nor to the right. And remember, that's all that this frog knows how to do. Let's reset it in the beginning. And I want to play it, but I want to do something a little bit different. Okay, here I am, and now I'm trying to approach the gold by going up. You notice it doesn't let me. Again, you probably know why already. I'll just simply edit the behavior, and right here you see that when you press the up arrow key, if it sees water, it will move up, but there's no rule that says anything about if you press the up arrow key and you see gold, then what are you supposed to do? We just didn't have that rule. That's part of programming, okay? That's what you need to learn. That's what your students need to learn. So that's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. There's no need to continue in this particular game. Oh, actually, I take that back. There is one thing we do not have, and that is our danger. So let's bring our danger into play. We'll put the danger right here, okay? And I want to edit Frogger, edit the behavior. Again, I have this rule. I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to let it do that when it sees the fire. Okay, otherwise there's no way for it to go to the fire. Actually, let me edit that behavior again, because notice what I didn't do. I didn't say anything about what we should try when it's sitting on top of the fire. So we'll duplicate this rule. If we're stacked immediately above, not gold, but fire, then perhaps we didn't win. We might want to say something like, oh no, disaster. And a splash doesn't seem appropriate anymore. But here's something that is explode. Again, we'll stop the simulation. It's over. Apply, okay, get rid of these windows, and let's play our game. Now this time we're going to commit suicide. So here we go. It gets up to the fire. Oh no, disaster. Game is over. Okay. All right. So that is the basics of a game. We have an avatar. We have a target. We have a danger. Okay. We actually got almost all the pieces we need to play Frogger. We'll talk about the rest in the next video.